We'll just cover your mid-game macro if that's fine. I think that's where you sort of struggle with. I think lane phase went okay, but I want to cover more what I do with Zed mid-game. Um, but here, let's get straight to the mid-game. Well, I'll tell you how I play Zed. So it's pretty much, I just say this for the recording, but we also can reiterate it. I play to just kill squishy targets mid-game. Obviously, you still want to get farm, but I think what you should do is just hover and look for squishy targets and then just kill them as they're rotating. Honestly, in lower ranks, it's like super free. But yeah, that was good. Obviously, that was good. But I'll show you like how I rotate. But I was kind of coaching you in this live game. So I'll explain some of my macro decisions, why I told you to do what. But here, this is kind of what I'm saying. Yeah, you path mid, but you don't actually have ulti here. So I'll start from this point. I'll go for mid game from this point. But you don't have ulti, so you actually have to just like you can play around if this guy hits a Q, but you can't really do much without ult. I think I've told you this, but like Zed without W and ult in a team fight is pretty useless. He just kind of stands around. But this is good.
Oh,
This is what I was telling you. If you actually see them mid, instead of just going, wait, no, this was troll. Sorry, I didn't see what was happening. But like, this is what you want to do in theory. But like, when it actually happens, this is why you don't do it. This is actually fine. But you see your tower's low and they're about to siege. So normally you would want to come around and get the flank on them if your 80 carry is here defending, but your 80 carry is bot. So what you actually should do instead of going for the flank is you just defend this mid tower. Does that kind of make sense? But normally, sorry, I wasn't really looking at what was going on. But normally you look for flanks mid, which is perfectly fine. But if your tower is super low and about to get siege, you want to defend this.
makes sense.
Kind of makes sense. But otherwise, you're sitting in the bush too long. You're like sort of. I think we are waiting for ulti, but if they're sieging tower, you kind of have to just defend tower. But here, your ult was about to come up. I honestly think you could have burned this guy's flash. You're trading ult for flash. The moment he got rooted, I think we can just W in an ulti on this guy because I think we were super fed at this point. We're 3-0 Cyclo Sword. He has no barrier. We maybe not tracking his barrier, but I think we can like send ulti on this guy. Vel'Koz might E you as you're coming in, so that's like the only reason why you wouldn't. But I'm pretty sure like guarantees his flash. But otherwise it's fine to not ulti. Here we're like playing mid. This is like the awkward part about Zed. You want to look for more flanks. But here this is fine. Yeah, we can commit ult to her. Kind of unlucky we had no W, but that's all good. This is all good. And then you have no ulti now. 500 gold. I told you to go bot. This is what I want you to do when you play Zed. The moment you get a kill, unless you can guarantee get another kill or your team needs you, just go farm, be as greedy as possible, take all the kills, take all the farm. Like just if you see a bot wave here, you immediately go farm it. Okay? Like that kind of makes sense?
Makes sense.
But that's why we go bot here. I'll just explain all the macro decisions. Here, like, yeah, they're fighting. You could be here, but you have no ult. It's fine. They're 2v3. You don't actually have to be here. Like, you could be here per se and impact this fight, but I'd rather stay bot and you guarantee get 300 gold. So it's kind of like you get a kill anyways. And, like, the Ivern's here, so you don't really have to be
We
there. So that's
forced
what
the Navy at TP.
we force it. Okay. So if
Navy
Anivia
at TP,
opts to
right?
TP
So,
to cover this, that's fine. I think I told you. I think you got one good W off here, and like you kind of see you have a lot of damage. Your ult's coming up in 20 seconds. I think I was saying this. If you hit one more W combo on this guy, you can actually
I've
kill
gone
him.
all in.
You know, and but it's fine to just recall, like look mid. Here, this girl is just like Anivia specifically, or any side laner like Oriana that you can't kill and is just gonna wave clear. You want to just farm or you can let them push till it gets to about here, and then once it goes back here, once the wave is here, then you can farm it. Does that make sense? Like because you're not gonna kill her, she's just gonna stand on the tower, wave clear everything. So while if you pay attention to side waves, wait until the farm gets about here, and then in the meantime, while she's busy farming this, you can look to fight mid, you can look to do whatever and kill other people on the map because she has no TP now. So like that's what you could do in the interim. If you can solo kill the guy in side lane, that's fine. Um, but that's like another thing to do mid game is you just let them side lane push. Like I give you everything you could possibly do, and then like based off situation, choose the best. But I'm giving you like options. Does that kind of make sense? Like in one option here is to just let her push this until it gets about here, and then once it's here, you just come back. You just come back and farm it. Does that kind of make sense? That's like one option.
That makes sense.
Uh, and then yeah, so that's like something you could do. Obviously, if you can just straight up solo killer inside lane, that's good as well. So I think we just farm. You're kind of like this is fine. So here we're like playing Fog of War, seeing if we can kill her. I don't know why we're like perma hovered here. I think then the wave met, so we want to just farm this wave out. But I think I told you, like, also, even though you're bot farming, you want to make sure, like, here, you'll be lock screen here, but pan your camera over and see what's going on over here. Does that make sense? Like, while you're busy farming, you still want to be aware of what's going on with the rest of your team. Here, it's like a team fight. So how I would actually play this team fight if I'm coming from this position is I would. Oh wait, we don't have oracles, so that's kind of the problem. But this is the benefit of getting oracles. I would have walked here and swept, and then tried to like flank them from this angle. Obviously, you don't want to. You want to like kind of flank them from this angle, but obviously you don't want to get caught in position and be soloed out and died. That's one flank opportunity that you can do at Zed. This is like how to position in these team fights. Otherwise, I kind of told you if you just run at them straight on. At the very least, this is good. You want to come from a flank. Like I know this is like I'm not great with this epic pen, sorry, but at the very least, you want to be seeing this bush. But this is why oracles is super helpful. I told you like Zed is about abusing fog of war. Like any assassin is about abusing fog of war, and you see they have wards. They have wards. So you want to make sure you're getting oracles ASAP. Honestly, even like 10 minutes. If you early solo kill the guy, you can start roaming around the map, get early oracles. Like even as early as like 7, 8 minutes. If you just start taking over the map with kills. So you want to make sure you're getting oracles because it really helps you flank and make sure they don't see you. Because if they don't see you and they have no vision, it's so much easier to flank. But they see you on full vision, there's like nothing you can do. Does that kind of make sense? That's why you want oracles. That's like the benefit of having oracles here. But otherwise, taking drag. If she kills, this is good. Oh yeah, some of your W usages were a little weird, so I'll go over that. But
Yeah.
but that was a good W. I just thought of that. But that was a good W. Here, guaranteed drag. You want to defend mid, so this is all good. This is why you don't have to stay on drag. Maybe Heck, if he sees this, this is getting a little bit crazy, but if Heck sees you roaming, he might go randomly contest. But you left at a good HP number. If it was full HP, it'd be a little bit harder. But since you left at low HP, they don't need you. That kind of makes sense. Here, I think you could just kill this guy. Okay, good. We do kill him. This is like more advanced Z tech, but I honestly think you have the mechanics for it. So I'll explain to you what I would do, where you can potentially pick up 2 kills or burn his sums. So this is what I
R the
would do.
Vel'Koz and WQ the Lucian.
No, not even that. This is perfectly fine. You
Ooh.
WEQ auto this guy, and then you R the Lucian here, and then
Uh,
you start hitting this guy, and then you E, which also hits this guy. I don't know, but we can it's getting kind of crazy. But this is perfectly fine. I'd have to show you like, but there are ways to like potentially kill both, but honestly, this is fine. Your mechanics are perfectly fine. Here, I think we farm. If the wave is right here and everyone's fighting, we stay. We don't recall, but without ulti, without W, staying on line gold, this is why we recall here. But if your team randomly starts fighting in front of you, don't just leave them unless you can literally do nothing. Does that kind of make sense? You W back. Yeah. Here, look mid, path mid. Honestly, this is good. You want to get in the habit of pathing mid. I kind of told you that. You want to just play around your ulti. That's why I told you get Axiom Arc. But you want to play
Yep.
around your ulti. Also, they weren't really building armor at the time, so I didn't see it. But this is good. You see, you just one shot this guy on VP, and if you had ulti, you can like against a better Vel'Koz. Honestly, he'll probably E your ult, so I wouldn't recommend. But against low elos, you can kind of punish the fact that they won't. But just good habit is not going in. But yeah, this is fine. Otherwise, yeah, get the blue buff. This is all good. Uh, 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 uh. Here we're kind of like this is why we need oracles because
Yep.
I kind of tell you to play around a lot of flanks, which is how I play Zed, and I think it's how you should play assassins. But this is why they're literally pinging you. This is why you need oracles, especially if you're gonna like do the things that I tell you, like sit in bushes, play around fog of war, try to flank people. You need oracles to spot this. Does that make sense? Like anytime you're sitting
Yep.
in a bush looking, like in the future when you have oracles, anytime you're sitting in a bush looking for a flank, make sure you pop oracles. That's like a general rule. Anytime you enter a bush, anytime, because most people ward bushes, so that's why it's good to pop. Anytime you walk in a bush, if you're pathing here, pop your oracles because most people ward bushes. That kind of makes sense. That's like a good oracles usage. But yeah, we kind of want oracles. We don't really have vision. Otherwise, we can honestly send it on this guy and burn both the sums for ult. But we don't have vision. I don't know why we're not autoing. But we just want to shove this wave ASAP. I kind of told you you can like here you'd have to track the this is like more tempo. They're all in base. You could just W at this guy. You could W at him. Your W will be like about here. You ult him and then you EQ. Maybe you kill, but he's definitely gonna have to burn both sums. Then you just ult back right here, and it's like guaranteed no counterplay. Does that kind of make sense? How you like
Yep.
pick these squishy guys mid? But it's like I'm just giving you all the options that you could do, and then as you just like digest them, these are you'll just learn all these new options, and then whatever the given situation is, you just use the correct option. Does that kind of make sense? But I'm just giving you more options. Here we really need oracles. Um, I kept forgetting to tell you to buy oracles, but in the future I'll remind you. Just try to always buy oracles. Here, this is what I was telling you. We can just like guarantee kill any of these guys. Just ghost play at them. They're so scared. Like you can just one tap any of these guys, so they honestly have to respect your damage. Cause you always get so fed, but you don't really know how to like what to do mid game. So if you're 6-0
Yeah.
on Zed, you 100% just kill these squishies on repeat. I honestly should play a Zed game. I might do it in Flex later just for fun if we play, because I like playing Zed. But kind of
Yep.
watch how I just kill these squishies on repeat if I'm fed. That's what you want to do. You can completely take over the map as an assassin. Like, especially in a lower... Like, Plat isn't super low elo. Wait, you gold or are you Plat?
I,
Okay, yeah. Plat isn't super low elo, but like you can like people don't really respect Fog of War or know it, so that's why I'm teaching you it. You can completely take over the map as Zed. Honestly, you can do it in any rank if Zed gets fed, but here we don't
so
actually need
troll
flash.
better.
This is like fine. This is like something you can look for. I think I did tell you this when we were
Yep.
coaching, but well, first off, you don't actually need flash. You're right on top of him. But I did say this. Given the two options, because this Lucian is more fed, you want to like Anivia is 1 in 4, and she doesn't have egg, but you want if you have a choice, go on the more fed member. Obviously, you might burn both sums, and he's fed, but he's still super squishy. He's building no armor, no HP, no armor. So, given the choice in the future, go on the fed because he has a bounty, but squishy champion. Does that make sense? That's what you do given the choice. But otherwise, your mechanics are fine. You just didn't really need to flash. But otherwise, you mechanically are fine. I just have to kind of help you with the macro, which I can teach you, like what to do.
Yep.
Like get the you want to like honestly, this is gonna sound philosophical, but you want to get the mind of an assassin. You want to start picking people as they're rotating. You want to start like taking out squishy targets. You want to hide in bushes, looking for flanks. Like you want like sort of a mind of an assassin, and then just start killing people. Like obvious, like in game. I don't know, but yeah, like that's what
Makes
you
sense.
want to do. So that's why you want oracles. But see, you do so much damage to this guy, even though he's fed. You literally just one tap this guy. So in the future, I would ult him. I mean, you don't have ult, but like in this situation, just ult the ADC, the fed ADC. But here, this guy has no flash, so we're looking. Honestly, I wouldn't
That
really
has
chase.
ulti.
They're super low, but like they're pretty much out. I would just go back mid. You could have gotten free mid tower. This is more macro than anything, but like we're kind of chasing kills here. Like we can. I think I told you this, but getting this mid tower down as a feta assassin helps so much because you just have so much more room to work with. They have no protection here, so anywhere here is just no longer safe. They can't walk up past this line because they have no tower. So that's why if you can get a free mid tower, and that's why I was really trying to get you to get mid tower in this game. Like you'll notice a difference. You can completely just run over the map if you get this mid tower. So that's why I think instead of chasing these kills, it's better to just push mid, get tower. Just in the future, just try like key takeaway there is if you get try to get this mid tower down, this one, because if you get it down, you can completely take over. Like it's so much harder for them to walk up and play against an assassin. This is Zed specific, but it's harder to play in general. But like against a fed assassin, no mid tower, it's like even harder. So here we're like farming mid, which is fine. Honestly, I still think it's better. It'll you'll get a lot of free kills in low elo. Well, not low elo, but you'll get a lot of kills in plat because these people just don't know how to play against assassins on a more macro level. But here, this is
Yep.
why you get oracles. What I would do is I would sit in this bush. Let me try to get a better angle here. But what I would do, since I'm fed, wait, do we not have ulti? Oh, we don't have ult. That's why. But in the future, I would. You really need oracles. But in the future, this is okay. It doesn't apply in this situation, but this is helpful in general. If you have, I'll just bring this up because now I'm on this point. But Lucian is gonna run up and farm this mid wave. You just sit in this bush, and the moment he shows up, you just go in on him with ulti and kill him. And it's plat, so he's not gonna do this. But higher ranks, the counterplay is he waits for his support. He pings his jungle to help him farm this mid wave. That's what the counterplay is, but in plat, honestly, you can punish this super hard. The fact that you're fed and you can just kill this guy on repeat. If you have ult, that's what I want you to do. That's why you need oracles. If you have ult, that's like the next thing to level up your mid game macro as Zed is you just sit in these bushes and then you pick the 80 carry that farms mid or you pick the support that comes mid. Like that kind of makes sense. So that's why I would do as Zed. I more have like a solo play style as Zed. You can obviously can still work for your team, but I look to just kill people around the map. So this is how you kill people on the map, punish mistakes. Here, like now we have ult, so now we want to like this is why we need oracles because they ward these bushes. But we want to like pretend like we're leaving, go farm side lane, and then sit in this bush, wait for him to come out, and then just ulti on him. That kind of makes sense. That's what you do. Instead of just sitting here, like you honestly are fed enough to just W at this guy and kill him. But a better setup is to sit in the side lane bushes
Plus
and then
risk as
go
well.
in. Less risk as well, because otherwise you get caught in this weird position. Like you'll never die because you're playing Zed, honestly, but you can actually realistically kill him if you have like. So that's why I say your mechanics are fine. But if you apply some of this better setup, which is less risky and a little bit smarter, honestly, you'll just climb so much faster and so much harder. But otherwise, did we get oracles? This is like super cringe that we really need oracles. Like
Yeah, I know. Keep like
oracles,
forgetting to buy
super
oracles.
important. It's fine, but you see how they just ward every bush. They don't ward this one, but they ward these bushes. And if you trinket and there's no ward, that's perfectly fine. That's the whole purpose. You want to make sure they have no vision, but we want to make sure that they don't have vision of our flanks. So This is fine. I think I told you get mid tower. This is good. Mm, okay. Close. We have to watch out for Hecarim. Our team's on drag, but there's no way you die. You have good mobility. Uh, here in these team fights, we should always be focusing Lucian. If we have the damage, Assassin's supposed to assassinate the AD carry or Fed mid lane. They're supposed to assassinate Fed squishy targets, but so we want to make sure we're killing the Lucian. We want to make sure we're targeting the Lucian. That's like team fight um targeting, I guess. You want to target Fed squishy targets. Obviously, if the most fed guy is tanky, you don't want to be targeting him. You still want to target squishy targets that you can one shot. But here, do we have item? Is that why we're recalling?
So
Oh, we're kind of
no, I
waste
need
some
like
time
one
there.
wave.
We kind of waste some time here. But there's just farm this wave. Here, there are some shenanigans bought. We want to make sure we get this mid tower. I think I told you get the mid tower. That's good. See now it's much harder for them to play. They now are like pretty much stuck back here because if they walk up further, we can come from their jungle and flank them. But if they have a tower here, we can't really just walk all the way over here. Does that make sense why like getting this mid tower is super helpful? Because if anyone decides to walk up, we can come from, if you follow the cursor, we can come from that angle. We can come from this angle and kill anyone over here. But like that kind of makes sense. So that's why it's super helpful mid game to get this mid tower. Um, if mid tower is gone, it's like super helpful for assassins, like specifically playing Zed. Here, this is like knowing fog of war, but this is what Zed's good at. You want to pick these guys as they're trying to rotate. Like you're so fed if you run to both of them, you can honestly probably kill both if you play it correct. And I say that because you have decent mechanics, so I throw that out as an option. But this is why we want oracles because we want to walk through their jungle. We want to walk through their jungle all the way through here. No vision. They don't see any of us. We get this bush and then we just jump on them. Does that kind of make sense? That's why one, we want oracles, and then two, this is the pathing. You want to start picking the enemy champions that are squishy as they're walking through jungle. So that's like what you want to do as Zed. That's like another option. Here, see, like it's you don't really have to be on the objective. You want to like what I do. Like this is like situational, but this is like you can either be on the objective or you can sit in flanks, waiting for the squishy targets to face check you, and then you kill them. Because Zed honestly like certain assassins don't do much objective damage. That's just how they roll. That's just how they operate. Like Kiana and Talon, they don't do much damage to objectives. So their main job is to sit in bushes and kill anyone who tries to contest the objective. That's how they help the objective. That's what assassins do. But honestly, Zed does do damage with his passive, so that's why he's a little different. So it's like sort of okay at times for you to be on the objective, but I still think it's helpful to you see how this guy's just walking in. If you're sitting in this bush, you can just easily kill this guy. And now it's like 4v5. They can't free objectives. Does that kind of make sense? Like
Yep.
another thing to do as Zed. So I'm giving you all
Uh,
things you can do as Zed, but you really just want to get into the mind of an assassin and just start picking, hiding in bushes, picking random people as they're rotating, picking squishy targets, killing random people. Because I'm kind of like I used to be a Z OTP, and so that's why I kind of think like an assassin. So I can honestly help you a lot here with what to do. But this is good. I kind of nitpick you because you have pretty decent mechanics. So let's see if you even need to ulti. Okay, you missed your WQ. That's why. So yeah, you need to ult, but that's fine. Here one Z has no. I think I brought this up. One Z has no OW or ult. He's kind of useless. So you gotta be a little careful. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Here we're rotating. We're rotating mid. This is fine. Yeah, see now this is what you want to do. As people are farming mid lane, as an assassin, you want to sit in bushes and flank them. Obviously, higher ranked players are aware of this, like 80 carries and Master, GM, Challenger just know that mid lane's heavily contested. Like you can be flanked on. But this is what you want to do, and honestly, you'll get a lot of people in Plat. You'll get a lot of people in Emerald. You'll kill a lot of people. Diamond, they get a little smarter. I think like Diamond 2, Diamond 3, they get smarter. But you'll get so many free kills on any 80 carrier support that just walks up mid and then you can just kill them. So I give you the tech that will help you mid game climb. This is all stuff you want to do. Here, I think I told you this guy's like super free over pushing. So kill this guy. This is good. And this is like more Zed tips, but yeah, I think I said this in game. You want to ult early because this guy's just super tanky, so you don't want to waste too much time. Here we push out top wave, defend the rift. This is all good. We could. Nah, this is fine. Yeah, it's a little risky to push out next wave. We weren't quite getting the picks mid. Um, but it's okay. Here we just farm mid. This is perfectly fine. But here you see, as you get a little bit more comfortable on Zed, this is what you want to do. You see Lucian was top lane, right? You see Lucian was top. This is how you properly play Fog of War. This is what I was saying. Like when I wrote we need to play Fog of War. Lucian was just top. He's probably gonna rotate mid. A higher ranked Lucian player is probably gonna take the safe route because you just were farmed mid. This is why I say you can catch a lot of plat, emerald, even diamond players. This guy is gonna run this way back mid. You're coming from this way, so you hover around here, play the fog of war, and the moment he walks out, boom, free kill. So this is
I
like,
didn't notice
mhm.
there's like a fog there. I thought there was vision usually
Yeah,
when I
there's
used to play.
like all this is
I
fog.
know
Here,
there
I'll
was
show you.
fog.
I'll show you their perspective. Like this is why oracles and playing vision is super good. Like you have to know how to play vision on Zed, but you
That's why my
see
vision score
it.
is like the lowest.
Mhm. It's honestly not even like trinkets. It's just knowing how to play vision in the game. But you
Yep.
see, he has no vision. He's just walking up. Oh shit! He's just walking up like this. Okay, he's a little smarter, but against certain players, you can just catch them. But like it's, I still bring it up like, as something to look for, but you want to catch people. Like this is just general. It didn't work in this situation, but it doesn't mean it's a bad concept. It's actually a really good concept. You want to catch people as they're moving from side lane to side lane. Does that make sense? You want to catch them in the
Yep.
jungle. Like there's just so many different things you can do to catch people. But yeah, that's what you want to do. This is like more things to do as Zed. This is, I'm just covering all the potential options you can do as Zed mid game. But otherwise, like that's my play style. Just kill the squishy targets. Here, I told you you can like just send it on this guy. Like what I would do, I would just W forward and then R him. You don't W EQ. You just W forward. You W forward. You hit R, and then when you're on top of him, you EQ auto, and then you R back. So it's like guaranteed zero counterplay. He has to use flash. You might even kill him if you hit your spells. Like, do you kind of see, like, you WEQ'd him, but you don't actually have to do that because you want to save your EQ damage for, like, the R. Because you know how Zed's R, like, it
It's
repeats 55% of
yep.
damage. So that's why you save your EQ for after you R him. Like, here, this Vel'Koz, against better players, he might E your thing. So I would be a little careful. But this is something you could do, like guaranteed zero counterplay almost. He will E it against better players. I do have to bring that up against better players. He is gonna E it, but against like other champs like Soraka, I don't know, Nami, you can just if you're fed, you can just send it forward. And the combo is you just W at them and then you R EQ. And then you just R back like this. Well, you kind of full sent it, like completely full sent it, but you are back. And then it was fine. Like the
Killed this. It was like
execution was a
whatever.
little off, but then I think I brought this up to you after. You don't want to W in here. I think we W'd in here, but we just had to
I
know
killed
that
this.
like we can't kill. But I think I told you in the live game like to W out. But after you use your juice, just it's perfectly fine to kite play to safety. But dying there is not good. Like it's not worth.
Yep.
If you have to die for it, it's not worth unless it's like 1,000 gold bounty. If you're fed. If you're behind and you just want free kills, you can trade one for one. But if you're fed, you definitely don't want to die. Here, this is why I told you, good. As you're pathing looking for your flank, you pop your oracles. So this is all good. This is good. You want to be looking for flanks on them. This is good. Like you don't really need help with the objective. Like Zed, once again, this like the same point, but he is a little bit different because he does do damage to objectives. But honestly, I think it's fine, one or the other, to like look for flanks. Like, look, this guy's. I mean, we messed up our combo a bit, so we have to use ult. But this is what you do. You just pick random people in the jungle, and like honestly, in Plat, Emerald, and if you know how to play the fog properly, Diamond, they're all just free kills. Honestly, it's
Makes
like
sense.
free in Master too, but I kind of don't OTP Zed anymore, so I've been like practicing in Master, but I'm sure like I can do the same thing in the Master, and probably in like GM I would have to practice a bit. My Qs are a little off, but that's what you want to do. You want to just look for flanks on squishy targets. Here we have no ulti, so this is I was bringing this up in the game. We want to make sure we're not dying or full sending Wing in before we have ulti. So that's just something to be aware of before the fight starts. We want to make sure we always track our ult. We're looking for a flank. This is fine. I honestly think you just run straight here, but that's fine. Oh yeah, here I think we killed someone, but I think we like W'd in weirdly. I think we like sent. Yeah, this is what I told you. Like, well, actually, I don't even think we killed her because she had seraphs. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I don't know if you remember, but I was like, instead of Wing for the triple Q, you just W out. Like, it's like okay to send your ulti in here. You can kind of chunk them out, but here I would instead W right this way, and you can maybe still even triple Q, but you're 100% gonna live. You want to make sure you 100% don't die in these situations, which you like kind of did, but you kind of did. I don't know if you just misclicked, but you just want to. Key takeaway is that you just want to make sure you 100% don't die in these situations. Okay.
Yep.
But
Makes
yeah,
sense.
like these deaths are really bad, and I'm kind of like more harsh on you, I guess, because I think you have mechanical ability. I'm just trying to reframe the way your mind thinks, but yeah, these vests, you just want to make sure you're not dying. Because otherwise, like, you can. We did carry this game, we did win it, but, like, this should be super free. Zed 6-0 at, like, 20 minutes. You should be able to carry this game. Triple squishies. Not the easiest, honestly, if Heck gets fed in York, but since Lucian was, like, you can kill these guys on repeat, I honestly think Zed can carry this game. You're level 17, this guy's level 14. Here, this is what I was telling you. The combo, if you see a free 80 carry, is you W forward, then you R him, and then you EQ, and then you just R back, run away, and there's guaranteed zero counterplay. He has to use
You do have ult
stuns.
take too, so I slow him so I can hit my Q as well.
Yeah, you saw him, so you hit free Q. Here I told you, but you were a little bit late. But that's pretty much what you do. You W him. It's fine. You hesitate a little bit. Like if you instant once you get in the habit and register your damage, you just see him and you just instant. Like obviously you don't want to get baited, but if it's 80 carry solo farming, you want to just W in R him and then it's just free kill. If you have the damage to kill him, but you're super fed, so that's why I said you can just kill these guys on repeat. Um. Here, WL, yeah, I think we talked about this. We kind of trolled a little bit with the blast cone. We kind of popped Thresh the other way, but this is fine. Just go back mid. Oh wait, they're fighting bot side. Honestly, I don't think you win this. Wait, actually, oh wait, no. This one I said like this was like the montage play. This is one. This situation is super winnable. Honestly, it's not super hard. You W in E auto this guy RM. But this is like something you do if you trust yourself. This is not really an outplay. This is fine. Like you are the heck, but this is fine. But yeah, as long as you can do it, then yeah, go for those. But yeah, that's why I say mechanics are pretty good. We almost die at York rules, but that's good. That's why I say it's more your macro, so I can help coach what you should actually do mid game. Um, Here we're farming. I think we wanted Svelda's Grudge here. Yeah, we wanted 500 for Svelda's Grudge. We didn't quite get the flanks early game on this guy mid. I think if we get earlier oracles, I want some of you to practice. Like, remember I told you to run mid, right? Run mid, but now instead of just running mid that way, I want you to run mid like I've now first I got you the habit of running mid lane, but now I want you to run this way if that makes sense. Still run
For
mid, you're
flank.
still mid, but you're now flanking instead. Does that make sense? Like instead of just running straight mid, it's good that you have the habit now of running mid, but now this is like the next step of how to properly run mid. Instead of running mid that way, you run mid that way. So you're sitting in this bush and it comes back to the same thing I said. You want oracles here, and then if they farm mid, you have a good flank. You can even you can even come around from this angle. You can even come around from this angle. You don't have to sit in bush. You can come around from this angle, even further cut them off. But like that's the next step, okay? That's why I want you to practice next.
That
Like
makes
mid
sense.
game. This is mid game. This will help you get so many free kills,
Wait, hold
honestly.
up. My mom's calling me. I gotta go break my fast.
Okay, should we just end the recording? Because I think I have to coach someone else soon. But we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
go
yeah,
over
for sure.
another time. But I think this was
Yeah,
helpful,
yeah.
right?
Yep, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.